Gotcha, Whoreson.
Yep. All right, Winchman. Take your course.
Leave him alone.
Wonder of wonders.
I'm not joking.
Ain't ya? You play for this?
I didn't expect...
Shouldn't be so quick to...
Listen, I've...
This Dr. von Gratz. Any good?
Now you... Now who started this war? You, of course. That's the one who...
Demon!
Duty calls.
Swords? Wise. Not safe round here.
Ah, so good to see you.
Got a request. Need to borrow...
My.
I don't know.
Oh, yes.
Thanks.
Hey!
Worked up quite the appetite.
Whoa!
Double shots.
Finally made it. Listen, here's the plan. Sophronia loves adventure-filled romance novels. I'll have her eating out of my...
Want me to be the best?
Knew you'd see the sin...
Are you serious?
I never called it Brit. Written your lines already.
You've written...
So you know what to say? Andromask.
But...
No.
Stop right there.
What is this? Help! Save me!
Tremble, flaxen-haired wench.
Not so fast. Drop your sword.
Dandelion!
'Tis I, though the scum of this...
No, not the Crimson Avenger.
Silence, vermin! On guard! You're better than I thought.
Dandelion! I mean, Crimson Avenger!
not good.
God! Help!
The Crimson Avenger triumphs again.
My hair! Are you well?
One blow struck true. Another scar from my collection.
Come inside. I shall bandage you up. Be gone, vile bandit, or the Crimson Avenger will beat you senseless!
Trouble?
What village are you from?
Willows. It's intermediate and goes right for the
Old man Newman left me a gift
It's
last
a
time.
material
What?
world?
He never...
There's been a misunderstanding. You're here too early.
We agreed to meet today, so we've come today. Supplies are all hauled in and the crew's raring to work. We'll start just as soon as our lovely directress gets round to deciding on the decoration.
But Dandelion doesn't even have the coin to pay you.
Turns out he does now, or soon will.
See? It's all peach.
What are our choices?
Master Dandelion said he was torn between boudoir style and theatre decor. Now we're here, but no
For me?
Well, it's not for me.
I've no idea what Dandelion...
You're both stage-arted.
A wonderful gentleman.
Ever since Dandelion...
Who knows? Might even settle down now. He'll have to keep an eye on the business. Who would have known?
Despite what people say about him, Dandelion approaches life very rationally.
True enough.
You needn't mock.
I'm not. I mean that.
Dandelion can all...
Sure hope.
Well, I said...
Anything?
Witcher!
Bill, save me.
Telling you for the last time.
Where are you scurrying to, Rick?
Pass.
Kind of pass confirms you ain't no mate.
Sorry.
You'll scurry.
Hang on.
Start by making an up.
Let him through.
What? But
Not your concern. Regards from Siggy. Damn it!
Mages, mutants, blasphemers, kobolds.
Polly and her half-brained fiancé.
We were, but you didn't show. Let. No, I.
Wait!
How would.
It's not as if we started working.
You'd visit her. So.
I never
The one except.
who you were just saying is...
Fine.
Damn it.
Not here.
Now where would she be?
The key.
Whoa! What the devil's this? Get out of my house!
Watch it, and leave the woman alone.
What the... She's my betrothed.
But I'm not your property.
I love her. I'll not let her sway her ass in his brothel.
Whoa, slow down there a minute. This is clearly one gigantic misunderstanding. One I can clear up in the blink of an eye.
Shove your excuses up your ass. Shut off, or I'll split your skull.
My friend asked you nicely, so please be courteous in return and hear him out, or we'll settle this another way.
All right, talk.
Hubio, right? Polly's told me so much about you. She said you're erudite and have an open mind.
You said that? Well, there's a truth to it. My mind's the open salt, but its open saltedness ends when my betrothed starts wagging her ass around brothels. Get out of here, both of yous. Polly's not going anywhere.
Let him finish. There's no brothel involved.
You see, friend, Geralt just hit the nail on the head. For what you have there is the old publicity placard.
Old?
Very. From a time when my establishment was under different management. I, however, would never let any indecency take place in my cabaret. My very reputation precludes it.
So, what's all this about?
Your betrothed is a first-class artiste, and I want to offer her a position worthy of her talents. She's to be my choreographer, and that in turn means she'll receive a share of the proceeds from every performance she choreographs.
You mean to say... coin?
And fame. No flirting required. You have my word.
Suppose... in that case...
I knew you... It's settled then.
Well, I'm off.
I'll catch up to you. Whew.
Could have skipped all that talking if you'd left it to me.
What, so you could smack him? Stop to think how Polly'd react to that? Think she'd be thrilled? What if he smacked you back?
He wouldn't have won. So, time to head back?
I've still got to stop by Rotlick's. Commission...
Who's Rodlick?
Never heard of him? Hank Rotlick, famous portrait artist?
Commissioned a portrait artist to paint your placards?
Henry's an old friend, needed the coin. And I decided we needed new placards to promote the opening performance. Seats won't fill themselves, you know.
I'll go see Rodlick. You head back to...
Really?
No, said that for the hell of it.
Portside.
I praise you with all my heart.
looking for Rotlick.
You ain't alone. Damn halfling's in debt to half the city. But I'm here to scrape mine for the cut.
It's not enough for everyone, so...
You're not gonna...
Strange.
Shut up and fight.
Tell me what you want, damn it!
Placards.
There ain't no ploughing.
And Rotlick, where's he?
Same place as always.
See? Wasn't...
Look at that horse barrel ahead.
Seems you're a considerable psalm in the red, but you shan't back there alone.
You Rotlick?
Henri Rotlick, artist, painter, debtor, and martyr to my art.
Dandelions.
Oh, yes. But tell him his placards are done and safely hidden away. Yet, alas, I can't...
Think I might have run it.
Then you know my... Well, now, Count de Louverton has often...
Generous. Not just anybody could afford to do that.
De Louverton is not just anybody. He's Duke Sam's youngest son. Sam of the well-known family of gem dealers. One debt more or less makes little difference to him.
What's there to worry about? This is your chance to settle up. get a clean slate.
We've had a spell of bad luck lately. Should I agree to de Louverton's offer and lose, I shall be in bondage to him for all time.
Let's do this. I'll enter the race. You'll bet on me, win, pay your debts, then give me the placards.
You're that good a rider?
Far from the worst. Go tell the Count you accept his offer. Faster.
I'm as good as dead. Time to flee to safer climes. Cavier, perhaps?
Let me pay off your debt. No strings attached.
Thank you. I never expected this. May I ask to what I owe this generosity?
Let's just say I like to do a good deed from time to time. Can we get those placards now?
I'll bring them to the Rosemary in time, just as soon as I settle my obligations.
Fine. See you there.
She cast no spells. On my honor.
An elf's honor worth less than a man's shit.
It's chamomile and goatweed. She brewed teas for stomach pain.
Aha! So she did make potions. Drew, make a note. Her father tested.
Potions? Are you mad?
Nowadays, one more is enough to send you to the store.
We start in G.
Well, well. See, the crew's been hard at work. Not bad.
I love it. Especially the, accoutrements on the wall. What about Rotlick? Did you get the placards?
Rotlick said he'd bring them on his own. Should be here soon.
Great! The best way I can think of to promote the chameleon.
never mentioned wanting to change the name.
Rosemary and Thyme wasn't all bad, but it conjured images of Temerian cuisine served by waitresses in peasant garb. Chameleon's a lot better for a cabaret, apart from which it emphasizes that the place has undergone a transformation. Just a better ring to it all round.
What about choreography? Prepared anything special for the opening?
We haven't. But Polly has. She's priceless. Came in and brought the girls in line before I could say knickers. Premiere will have the audience on their feet, on their knees, both at the same time.
Guess everything's ready. So when's the opening?
Soon. We start our dress rehearsal in an hour. I just need to nip back home for my dress.
Thanks for everything.
Don't mention it.
Seems my cabaret dreams are about to come true. So, around to celebrate? I'm buying.
Why not?
That's my boy. The foreman mentioned he saw you and Priscilla talking.
He's all right.
And she say anything about me?
She said something that made me think she's not entirely normal.
What?
That you're responsible, got your feet planted firmly on the ground.
You're pulling my leg.
Not this time. One thing's eating me. How do you manage to get the loan from Sophronia?
Ugh, wasn't easy. She got so excited about our performance, I had to read to her for 4 hours. 4 hours from The Cloak and the Dagger.
You mean you didn't...
Are you crazy? Who do you think I am? She's late, of course. She knew how important this night was to me.
Of course she did. Probably just making herself gorgeous. Takes time.
So it's true. A woman's vanity knows no bounds.
Master Dandelion! Priscilla, she's...
What? Speak, man.
She's badly, been attacked. They took her to Vulmerius Hospital.
Attacked? She's hurt? Geralt, come with me, please.
Of course. Let's go.
Priscilla. Is she gonna live?
I'd say that's certain. Her condition's critical but stable. Beg your pardon, but you are a relative?
Relative? No, a friend. A very close friend.
Dandelion, correct? She uttered the name in her few moments of lucidity. I am Joachim von Gratz, head of surgery. Until recently, a lecturer at Oxenfurt Academy.
Enough of the courtesies. What are her injuries, besides her eye?
A concussion, cranial swelling, incision into her larynx, and scalding inside the throat and esophagus. Clearly someone forced her to imbibe a caustic fluid.
So this was no ordinary attack, no robbery.
Clearly not. It was the act of a demented mind, and not its first.
How can you know that?
I've seen wounds like this. They're not the kind one would forget, don't you agree? In fact, just this week a corpse turned up in the morgue with similar injuries. And no heart.
No heart? You mean that might have happened to Priscilla? Is someone looking into this?
This is Novigrad. Only the innocent burn here.
Geralt, I know I owe you 100 times over, but I need to ask you another favor. Find the bastard who did this. Find him. And kill him.
Don't need any convincing. Come on, Dandelion. Let's think about what we can do.
I would suggest examining the previous victim's corpse. It has yet to be autopsied. Doing so could very well provide some clues. No need to look astonished, gentlemen. As a surgeon, I know the importance of preventive medicine. Rather than wait for this maniac to strike again, I'd prefer to excise him. Not unlike a tumor.
Great analogy.
I know perfectly what...
Easy assurance to make. Harder to back up. Especially if you've spent your whole life wielding a scalpel, not a sword.
Look at this scar. Don't be shy. Any idea what leaves such a mark?
A flail. Morningstar, maybe.
What do you think? A blow sustained at the operating table? No? Let me repeat. I know what I'm doing, and I wish to help.
Think they'll let me into them?
By the main entrance.
The sewers.
As often as required for, the pursuit of preventive medicine.
Alternative treatments. Aggressive ones, I'm get.
We can discuss.
Mm-hmm. I'll get whoever did this.
Thanks.
You lead.
So, preventive medicine you practice in the sewers. What's that about?
Think. Sewing up drowner victims can grow awfully tedious. Is it not better to nip the problem in the bud? I tried to get the temple guard to enter the sewers, alas, to no avail. So I took matters into my own hands.
At no charge. You damned idealists, ruining the market for us.
Hear that?
Been hearing it for a while. Draw your weapon. Give it to me straight, no sugarcoating.
Her wounds will heal, but it's her voice that concerns me. Surely you understand what a terrible blow that would be to a Trobritz. Enough to strip her of the will to live.
Any remedy for that?
I fear only your friend Dandelion can be of help on that count. Take the ladder. This is the place. Come, the quicker we take care of this, the better.
Why? Got somewhere to be?
Someone might disturb us. The coroner, for example. Or Reverend Nathan.
Calluses on the fingers, sawdust in the beard, clothes sticky with sap. Must be our dwarf.
Excellent. I trust you don't grow weak in the knees at the sight of blood?
Not a bit. Start the autopsy.
Where?
His genitals. We ought to inspect those.
I sincerely doubt they bear any...
We'll see.
Syphilis, actually. Early stages. No sign of diffusion.
Think there could be a connection?
Only as the killer's protect...
Let's look at his head. Hair smells like it's burnt. Like he was in a fire.
Notice anything else? That his eyes have been scooped out, for instance?
See this? Incision made into the voice box.
Indeed. So thin as to be nearly unnoticeable.
A small, extremely sharp instrument. Scalpel.
But why? The wound is too small to bleed, and there are signs of swelling. The murderer... I believe he performed a tracheotomy, so the victim wouldn't die too soon.
Let's examine the mouth. Burns, blisters.
Just like Priscilla's.
See this? Incision made into the voice box.
Indeed, so thin as to be nearly unnoticeable.
A small, extremely sharp instrument. Scalpel.
But why? The wound is too small to bleed, and there are signs of swelling. The murderer... I believe he performed a tracheotomy, so the victim wouldn't die too soon.
Those burn marks I see in his eye sockets.
Yes, and some grey dust. Ash, it seems. Very fine.
Murderer gouged out his eyes, then put burning coals in the sockets.
So it seems. Looking at the wounds, it appears our woodcarver was still alive when it happened.
Let's examine his...
What have we here?
Look at the scar. Wounds long and thin. An incision. But the edges are ragged.
Means nothing. Look, no swelling, no bruises. An old injury, perhaps an accident in the workplace.
Open the abdominal cavity.
Due warning, it will stink of rot.
Once fought a Zoogle up to my waist in sewage, so I doubt... Wait. Smells not rot.
Formaldehyde. A medical novelty. Heavily diluted, it's remarkable at preserving organic tissue. In stronger proportions, it's more destructive than acid.
Explains why there's no smell of decay. and why his throat scalded. Open the
due warning, it...
Once fought a Zoogle up to my waist in sewage, so I...
Formaldehyde.
Explains what... Look at his hands.
I'd expect so. No one...
Speaking from
Yes, that of a victim.
Some other time, maybe. See the callus? Our dwarf wore a ring, but someone took it off. See anything in...
His right foot. The ankle swept.
Doesn't strike me as the right...
Apologies. We surgeon...
All right.
Enlighten me, please, because...
Sure of one thing.
Even the witch hunters don't engage in this kind of torture.
Only the murderer knows it's a lead worth...
Fabian Mar... And I'm Hubert Reich, the coroner. I've come to perform the autopsy, but I see you've done it for me, Joachim. As always, you interfere where you're neither needed nor wanted.
A student.
Very well, speak.
Woodcarver's bot.
Plan to investigate? Exciting. But the woodcarver...
Who are these people? I believe I'm...
You did, but...
Out of the question.
As your reverence.
Why do you cover for...
I was cover... Well...
Nathan.
A scoundrel.
Most are scoundrel.
True in his case. Later...
Might have told...
I know him, thus I avoid him. I've said enough on the subject.
I decide when we're done with the subject. What's your connection to him?
An old story, but if you insist... The student protests in 1242, you've heard of them? I led them. Hubert, however, denounced me to the authorities. I landed in prison. There you have it. What will you do now?
Plenty of leads. Woodcarver's workshop, the corpse collector who found him, alley where Priscilla was attacked. Got work to do.
As do I. At the hospital. I must return there. But I shall keep my fingers crossed.
And I'll keep my eye on...
Bandits can't go out in the streets no more.
Welcome.
You, Eustace, the corpse collector?
Aye? How'd you know?
Fourth sense, I think it is. You bring Fabian Meyer's body to the morgue.
Fabian? Oh, yeah, I remember. No ice, no art, one of them, right? No purse neither, as I recall.
One of them? So there have been other bodies like that?
Sure have. Beggars, street urchins, and street walkers. One went so portly, I had to cut her into pieces to fit her in me wheelbarrow. Slippery sow, they called her, on account of her.
Some things are best left unsaid. What happened to the pieces?
What do you mean? Reverend Nathaniel ordered them burned. Every last one. Oh, shame that was.
Shame? Why? Actually, never mind. Another thing that's best left unsaid. You searched Fabian's body?
Well, I cast an eye in his pockets. Made sure nothing went to waste.
I call a spade a spade. You rob corpses.
And I call a prick a prick. It's none of your fucking concern. What, you a tax collector? Piss off, mutant.
Talk.
Triflings, baubles, gloss-beaded wing, handful of coins, and a letter. Look, vellum, quality parchment that. I'll wipe off the writing and sell it as new.
That's human skin. Priscilla. Next victim's name. If you'd given this to the right person, she might not have been hurt.
What the fuck do I care what happens to some Priscilla? We short of wenches in this town. Oi!
For everything.
What's got into him acting so high and mighty? God,
What happened here?
monsters must have done
Oh.
it. The swarms in the sea.
Help! Save me! I'm dying! Walking about with door-faced, scaring decent folk.
So, how do you go with this thing?
Oh!
Anyone home?
Begone, or I'll set me hounds on ye. Molly, Striga, come!
Relax. I'm here about Fabian Meyer, looking for his killer.
That's altogether different. Sit, you stupid much, lie down. Come on in. Slowly now, lest they bite you.
Charming as beasts go.
You daft? Even I'm scared of them. A better barking dog than an evil man at your door.
Got someone particular in mind?
Sure as shite. Bugger who did Fabian in. As soon as they'd hauled his corpse off, I run to a mate who raised his fighting dogs. Bought these 2 mutts. Cost me a chunk of change. But I sleep sound at least.
So who might you be?
The Stiff's brother. Gus is the name. We ran a workshop together. Meyer and Meyer.
What'll it be now? Just Meyer?
Name it. I'll be closing it down now. As soon as I find a buyer for this shack, I'll head on to Mahakam. Be near my family, or what's left of it. So, what do you want to know? What can I tell you about Fabian?
Tell me what you know about the murder, in order, in detail.
'Twas like this. Had some work in Oxenford, and I was coming home. Saw a plume of smoke rising over the city. Thought to myself, blast it, gonna miss and burn another hag. But the smoke wasn't coming from Hierarch Square. It was coming from here. See the soot stains? That's where they burned our sculptures. Folk gathered round the blaze, and found Fabian here beside it. They'd already loaded him on the cart by the time I arrived.
Talk to your neighbors. They see anything suspicious beforehand? Hear anything?
Claim not to. But even if they had, they'd not have helped. In Novigrad, folk give bleeding orphans in the street a wide berth so as not to stain their poor lanes. What do they care about some dwarf?
Your brother had...
Why, you took to following one in particular. He'd say, "'Tis all your fault, dirty bitch, human dish rag," and other obscenities. Don't rightly know what that was about. Maybe he was in love with her.
Know where I can find her? This dish rag?
City Cemetery. She died a few days back, quietly in her sleep. Her pont said a fever took her.
Fine. Need to look around.
Be my guest.
Someone dragged something across the floor. Or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly. Statues of the old gods. Nothing but women. Shapely ones. Statues of the old gods. Nothing but women. Shapely ones. bloodstains.
That's where Fabian lay when they found him.
Mind if I go inside the workshop?
I've not even peeked inside since...
Furniture got knocked over. This looks like it was kicked. More bloodstains, but not near enough to say he bled to death. Formaldehyde, let's doubt Fabian used it. Formaldehyde. Doubt Fabian used it.
Necessary.
Yes, on the road all day, and now...
My mind's like water.
What? You know who I am. I'm Jean-Baptiste III. Yes, those Baptistes, and
all are equal according to children's wine.
Must have broken many a heart, eh?
Oi, Witcher! Coroner wants to see you. Been another victim. Told me to say the main door will be open for you. You're to come as soon as you can.
Witcher. Oh, now that's the life.
Watch it, Tran. Novigrad's not
Hey,
your
handsome.
stomping ground.
A brazier. This time of year? Human.
Sis,
Priscilla's.
that him.
How am I to know? Watch
A
him, see what he
brazier.
does.
This time of year?
That's it, you're in for it!
This him. Kill him.
Gotta get around him! You're carrion! That's it, you're in for it! Fucking come on!
Son of a whore.
Think you'll get me too, huh? Up your ass, deviant! Hoes can fight back! Ah!
Calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you. What are you doing here?
Getting vengeance. Well, why are you staring? Have you not heard killers always...
I know.
Fear I can't help you.
You and Priscilla friends?
Friends? Nah. But she saw more than a stupid whore in me. Treated me with respect. It mattered. I was looking to give up whoring. Pick up a decent trade. But none would take me. Not as a washerwoman, nor a servant, nor a cook. Felt like a leper, I did. But Priscilla, she was different. Agreed to put me in her play, you see? Lots of the other actors, they were afraid on account of her jesting about the eternal fire. Whistling Wendy on stage, can you imagine it? Well, dreams...
Sorry to hear that.
You could do worse as...
Take it. I gotta look around.
Nah.
Oh, yeah. head's ringing.
A brazier. I know that smell. This time of year. Formaldehyde. I know that smell. Formaldehyde. Man's footprint. The murderer's, maybe. Weight on his heel. Took a step back.
Shut off, what is it, Grey Boy? Looking for adventure?
Welcome, Master Witcher.
Geralt, right? I'm glad you're here. Held off on the autopsy till you arrived.
Nice of you. Especially given you didn't seem pleased about my previous visit.
Because you came unannounced and in unfortunate company. I also had Reverend Nathaniel to contend with. Our spiritual caretaker has left the city on some important matter. And I know who you are, what drives you. I'm more than happy to aid your investigation.
Von Gratz told me all about you.
Ah. Doubtless you've heard how I had the noble leader of the student protesters thrown in prison. But did you hear the protests were far from peaceful? Or did he neglect to mention it? People were dying, Witcher. Those who rejected liberty, equality, and fraternity would be found in the gutter come morning. Their throats slit from ear to ear with surgical precision. Joachim had been my favorite student, but alas, I had to do something. So I reported him. Then I left the university and found work in the morgue, where none care about my past. Whereas Joachim, oh, fate's ironies. Years later, he was appointed head of the very ward I had founded.
Choosing the lesser evil can be hard at times. Happen to know a thing or two about that.
In that respect, this work has its benefits. I couldn't possibly hurt anyone here if I tried.
Not fond of Nathaniel?
Very few people are. He's cruel and capricious. He stormed in here once, grabbed a scalpel I was sterilizing over a burner, sliced my back with it to the bone, because I had forgotten to lock the storeroom. Hard to be fond of someone like that, wouldn't you agree?
Let's start.
Gladly. Next, the killer removed the eyes, placed burning coals in the sockets, then opened the rib cage and... What's this? A parchment. Made of human skin.
A message from the murderer. The name of his next victim. Patricia Vegelbud.
Do you know her?
Yes. Even went to her estate once with... Gotta find her, now.
Till next time, Master.
Washed your hair lately?
Oh, I've had enough of living.
So, how go this Witcher? I'm gonna pick up my joke. Next thing I know, I'm bankrupt, with no means to earn me livelihood.
From now on, assume your every move's observed. Eat shit.
Out my sight.
What do you want?
Need to talk to Patricia Vegelbud.
You think any bum off the street can...
Her life's in danger. Let me in or have her blood on your hands.
If you thought this up, and I'll let you in, we'll throw my ass out the door.
Always thought a guard was supposed to protect his charge, not his ass.
So be it. I'll take you to Lady Vegelbud. Just no trickery. Understand?
Oh, Geralt, what a pleasant surprise.
Not pleasant at all. I gotta see your mother. Her life's in danger.
In danger? Come now. I saw Mother this morning. She seemed...
I'm hunting a serial killer.
Why, even if it's true...
He's exceptionally cruel when he killed. So let's see how...
I find this all very hard to... Please.
A fire fit for Bellatane. Except it's the wrong time of year.
I mentioned Mother seemed sad. Do you remember? In fact, she's in the midst of a crisis of faith. A rather serious one. We'd been to Novigrad. Mother had seen the pyres in Hierarch Square, uttered not a word on our way home. She had all the holy books, insignias, reliquaries gathered, taken outside and burnt. Then she locked herself in her room.
We need to hurry.
Ah! Hear that? Calm and quiet. All seems to be in order.
We should go in, just to be sure.
You're relentless, aren't you? Fine. But wait here, please. Mother's certainly not in the mood for guests.
He ran out the other door! Catch him!
Spread out! Murderer's still here! There he is! Get him! Die, mutants! Halt! Rob,
Listen, you got the right...
save your trickery!
Well...
We got him, Lady Ingrid!
Lower that crossbow before you have...
Forgive me. I saw it.
I was chasing him, and I'd have caught him if you hadn't got...
Out of my sight! Mother! Why did he...
Because she blasphemed the Eternal Ingrid, I know this is a hard time for you, but... Usually the killer leaves a note on the body. A note indicating his next victim. May I?
Very well. But you should be on your own. I do not wish to see her in this state. I do not wish to remember her like that. And let her be the last victim. Please.
Bruises, broken fingernail. Here it is. Sweet. Won't get away. Same wounds as the previous victims. Examination would be a waste of time. Gotta get to crippled Kate's, fast.
They say some witches spy for the Black Ones.
What say you we are over to a brothel this evening?
Last chance to surrender unorthodox books. Grimoires and tracts blaspheming especially.
Hey, pretty boy.
Humblest greeting.
Ah!
Sweet Nettie, where is she?
Upstairs. But she's with a very important client. Do not disturb them.
Luck each other first.
This life.
Oh, that 3 times
Sometimes
it's a handful.
Not sitting here at 4.
Errol, positively divine performance. You may.
No one will hear you, bitch. Not a soul.
You, though? Whole town will hear you in a minute.
Yet again you disturb me. I was to play with sweet Nettie, render her not so sweet, but I shall see to you.
First, gotta...
For pleasure.
Achievable with whores in a lot of ways. Many
Who said anything about killing?
Spare me your...
What the fuck are you on about?
murder. You...
Bollocks.
Found a...
I don't know.
Who knew you'd be?
Strangely enough, I don't announce these outings far and wide.
The coroner said you were...
Go. But to Warehouse 12 at the docks. He's there this time of day. I shall stay here. I've unfinished...
You'll untie her, drop your coin pouch on the table, then leave...
Yes.
Good boy.
Hey there, handsome. We can go at it here, or at my place. You choose.
Why?
This life. Sometimes it's
This the place?
Greetings, Witcher. It's nearby. Ready?
Lead the way.
Splendid. Come. The King of Beggars, man. His name is Tin Boy.
What do you know about him?
Not much. He's easy to ire, so tread carefully. We need him far more than he needs us.
You were to come alone, elf. Who's this?
A concerned friend.
Ah. Fine. Here's how we see things. The boss at Loggerheads with Cleaver, there's got to be a payoff. We've got an offer, and it's non-negotiable.
Surprise us.
A steady supply of iron in exchange for 50% of your profits.
Give you 20...
Who are you to dictate?
25...
You...
Fine.
But
you should go up.
Agreed.
Pleasure doing business.
Oh, Tin Boy. Too much drink. It's soft.
Damn it. This now.
News travels fast. What do we do?
Geralt, quickly!
Crap in the goods!
Careful! There could be more...
Follow me.
What now?
Right. Sure hope there's a putt.
So, supply.
Who'd you take me for? Gave you me work.
Can you provide...
A few of Cleaver's little shits escaped. Bugger...
Thanks, Tin...
Down the line, the bosses will make a...
What now?
Here we chat.
Damn it. Hattori, wait.
My daddy's a witch hunter who chases old crows.
Ah.
Nothing hurts as much as life.
It's a material world.
They ought to never let your kind in, Novigrad proper.
Hattori, you in there? Open up.
No chance. Leave me be.
Don't be silly. Let me in.
No, never. I shall stay in here until Middenwehr. Forgive me, Geralt.
Too late now.
What have
No, I won't.
Precisely.
Got anyone spit?
There's a mercenary, Sucrus. Often drinks at the stir. We part...
Didn't pay him. Great. What now?
I'm certain you'll find some way to agree.
It's everywhere. I see it all around.
Guess I should interject.
What the fuck are you doing? We were...
Call that...
Not...
Not too late to surrender. Sorry, but you asked for it. I'm Geralt.
Sucrus. You did well, mate. An ale to patch things. Come, we'll talk inside. What brings you here, Geralt?
You and the... That was your...
Prickin' lawnmower.
Business and...
Exactly.
Looking...
Why not?
Well, there isn't.
So we're to barter.
I'm gonna kill you, Hattori.
Brother-in-law owes me some coin. Near...
Hey, Whitey, why'd your hair go white?
Ah, no glass tastes here. Time I went back to sea.
Oh!
Greetings.
Mr. Sucrus.
Palm trees have spread.
It can't be.
Let's go kill some monsters.
Oh! Oof.
This life.
Hey, Whitey.
Greetings.
Hi, Geralt. How you doing?
Took care.
Is that so?
Just wait.
I be your Hattori, the elf. Tried swindling me on it.
You could say that.
Oh.
Ram, son. I'll kill for some fun.
Hey, Whitey. Hide your head.
Greetings, Hattori.
Yes, Geralt.
Finally accept.
Sadly, no.
Let me guess.
Just so.
Agree to what?
I happen to know.
What are you...
Stealing from a... It's...
Oh.
Van Hor...
What are you staring?
Greetings.
Oh, Geralt. That's great.
Wants us to Fine.
After...
One drink, all I had.
An abomination.
No discounts, no credit.
All right. We know all we need to know. Just one guard at the entrance.
I'll take care of him.
Thought you might. Me nose ain't all that sensitive. I'll not find the right crates, so you gotta mark them with chalk. We'll get a cart in the meantime.
Fine. What do I do when I'm done?
Just leave the warehouse. Then we'll go in.
Hey, handsome.
Since yesterday, all my coin has been shit in an ice.
Just so we're clear, when you lose, you can't claim you don't...
Black ones for Danians, as long as they pay and don't hit. Black ones for Danians, as long as they pay and don't hit.
What the hell? It's you! I know you! Mr. Dwarf, this is the thieving swindler I told you about. Are you following me, you scoundrel?
Ah, plowing nonsense. I knows him. It's Witcher Geralt. How goes it, Master Witcher?
A witcher? Well, it all makes sense now. Mr. Dwarf, do not listen to him. The bastard will curse us.
You trade heads with...
Abracadabra.
How goes it, Master Witcher? Anything specific you're looking for in Van Horn's warehouse?
What I'm looking for is none of your business. Ought to just let me through.
Way's all clear.
Where are those crafting supplies? Does stink of ammonia. Must be it. That'd be it. Gotta signal them now.
Have you any idea whose warehouse this...
Aye, Geralt. It's a bloke Hattori told...
Sucrus! Hattori!
Hands off my brother-in-law.
Brother, let's mop.
Give...
We could conquer all Nilfgaard with this fighter.
Of course, friends.
Where's that?
Don't mean to spoil your reunion.
We'll take him to Skellige before he comes.
True.
What's the hurry? Muggle?
Well, well, another freak.
Jolly.
Hard times we live in, someone.
Greetings,
Geralt.
I do. Glad to hear.
You've no...
So...
Naturally.
Greetings,
Greetings, Geralt.
My sword.
It is.
Well, this was worth the wait.
It is.
wandering the streets, eh?
Think the lady's grown tired of your company.
Lady? What lady? See her ears? She-elf. And everyone knows that elves are always doing something on the sly.
I'm not doing anything, I swear it. I must just fetch some water.
Where will you put it? Where's your jug, eh? Where's your bucket?
Why don't you just...
What do you mean, why? Don't let that fair...
leave?
By what right you...
Let's go, Reddy.
You can breathe.
Over. For you, perhaps. You'll go and...
Stop. Can't handle all this...
What would you expect? Go, Vatgern. And remember... double shies. 1,000 times double shies.
God, it's like a racehorse.
Oi, Cocker!
Run out of formaldehyde.
I underestimated you. Although...
Who?
A vampire?
Got a reason for...
I thought you'd figure that out as well.
Yeah, symbolisms...
Should be equal...
There are other ways.
How funny. Give a thought to my victims. They did not deserve to live. But that... for you... Pretty good.
Nothing hurts as much as...
better, right?
Yes.
Did you take care of...
Yeah.
Thank you,
Did my part.
I will. You'll see.
She's talking again.
Isn't it? For now.
Sounds great.
Geralt?
Sorry, Geralt. My throat's still quiet.
Say no more. Get well soon.
Watch it, child. Novigrad's not your stomping ground.
It's clear as the eternal fire.
Nay, not like that.
You must sweat like a swine in that jacket.
I expect model behavior, Scamp.
Geralt, greetings. Come now, darling, don't be shy.
Yeah, sorry, but I'm here to...
Speak softly. I know very well why you're here. They await. This way, please. This way. Upstairs.
Time to invest in rubies. Oh, God. The Reapers come for me.
Whoa!
Ducks. My eye. I wonder how much she's paid for contorting so awkward.
Black ones, the Danians. As long as they pay, I don't care.
From a sorcerer's skull. Sorcerer's blood, of course.
Yes, yes, definitely, of course.
An empty lot of it.
That so pretty that he can't black ones, the Danians. As long as they pay. Black ones, the Danians. Long as they pay and don't hit.
Must be a mage, that barber. To heal your daughter in a day.
You're a vulgar one. I can see it in your face.
Either now.
Oh, God. I don't think so. The Reapers come for me.
Ah!
Witcher Geralt, up you go. Boss has been waiting.
Geralt, you're here. Good.
Might have chosen a more secluded spot to plot an assassination.
It's on everyone's mind. Many would like to do it, so there's nothing to fear. Besides, this venue's got a tradition in this domain. Might even consider it fabled. Folka planned her revolt here. By extension, King Vrydank's murder, too.
Comparing yourself to Folka? Far as I can recall, no one in Redania's annals has a bloodier reputation.
Her rebellion changed the course of history. That's what we have in common. In terms of blood, we aim only to shed Radovid's. I'm pleased you're willing to play a part. Must admit, I wasn't certain you'd show.
King,
but you will.
We'll see. Need to know what you expect of me first.
I believe you know my associate.
Roach, you here?
Retired intelligence operatives. We have a club.
Defended a king once. Ready to assassinate another now?
Not proud of it, yet. I considered all the options and found none better. Radovid's proven many times he only ever forwards his own interests. When Kedwin asked for help, he invaded. When I begged him to support Vizima's defense, he showed me the door. The war nears its end. We've come to a decisive phase. We must act quickly. I've no illusions. Only a dead rat. Only as long as he dreamed.
But we didn't.
All right.
One of our co-conspirators. We've got to find
Tracker, huh?
He's traveling as a journeyman.
Fine.
Thank you. Remember...
I know.
We're counting. Anyone see you come in?
No one apart from Madame Serena.